Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. I wish I can say, oh, I'm serious learning or something, but that's not the case, okay? Alhamdulillah, thank you once again for coming here. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Anywho, today I want to talk about things you should know before you apply to graduate school or any school at all. You need to know these things. First, think about yourself, right? What are your skills? What are the things that you are really interested in learning, because you don't want to apply to a course that you do not want or are not interested in. I feel like people are struggling with the thing of, this is what I really want, but I feel like this is more marketable. um, so it's becoming more like of a challenge for many people to think about, what is it that I really want and what is it that is more marketable, as opposed to thinking of, this is what I am good at, this is what I like, how do I make it marketable, how do I make it worthwhile, something that I can be employed for, right? So please think about the skills that you have and how you can, find a niche, other than just jumping into this trend of, this is more strategic to go into or whatnot. However, if this is something that you can shoulder, you can go ahead and do it. But then, for the most part, if you take on projects that you don't enjoy doing, you get overwhelmed over time. So the first thing I would say is, please make sure you know what your skills are. Then you look for a niche or a market that will be ready to employ you for those skills. Listen in, like, ask people, what's up, what's going on, how do I do this, how do I do that. That way you are properly positioning yourself for whatever endeavor you want to go in. Most of the struggles that we have as young people is that we don't talk about, especially our skills, our career, or things that we want to do with our lives. We hardly talk about those things, and I feel like it's high time we move away from that idea and go to talking to people. Don't be scared about people stealing your ideas or whatever. You need to start from somewhere, and someone might steal your idea or whatever, but then the person can't do it like you would do it. So go on and do what you are passionate about by asking people who have been in the field so that they guide you. The next thing is that you should prepare. I feel like you know your skills, you have asked people, you can now start to volunteer, you can now start to build those skills, because there's nothing that happens just like that. You need to build. I feel like for my SOP that I wrote and all the essays that I had to write to apply to school, there are things that I had already done, that I was passionate about, I was interested in learning, and they happen to be skills that could be useful for my SOP, for the essays that I write. So please go in, acquire skills, volunteer, do things that you're passionate about. When you have the opportunity to work with someone, do it wholeheartedly. That way you can get some skills you can apply to your application or any other thing that you do. It is very important. I cannot highlight it enough, that the importance of us volunteering, of you acquiring skills, however small. You'd be surprised at how you can employ them in the things that you apply for. So don't ever belittle anything that you do with your time. You should think carefully about how, oh no, I feel like I want to do this because it will help me acquire. So it always goes back to the skill that you've recognized or you feel like you have, or your interest, and then going along that path to be able to acquire skills that will be helpful in the future. The next thing is to plan. Like, you need to plan, when do I want to go to school, how do I want it, what schools am I looking for. Like, you need to plan. Planning is so important. I know sometimes you can plan, but then things don't go on as planned, but at least you planned, right? So it's very important for you to plan out when you want to go to school, how you want it, and just go along. After you have planned, seek opportunities. I, with all humility, I didn't apply to like 3 schools or whatnot. I just told a friend, oh, I'm interested in this. And then he said, sure. Then he sent me a link of UC, University of Cincinnati. Then I applied, I got it. I went for my interview, I got it, and that was it. So you just need to listen, like seek advice, seek opportunities. When you see an opportunity, you go through the school's criteria, what they are looking for. If the school fits what you are looking for, you go on and apply. So seek opportunities. It is very possible for you to get the first school that you apply to. I applied to my very first school and I got in. You can do it too. I mean, like, I don't want to push this narrative so much, but at the same time too, it's not because of, oh, you are the most awesome person, that's why you are getting it on your very first try. But I just want you to know that it is possible, it can happen. Believe that it can happen, have the trust that it can happen, and you'll be fine, bismillah. So just, go all out, know what you're looking for. Because I knew what I was looking for, and University of Cincinnati fit what I was looking for, I went for it, and alhamdulillah, we are where we are today. Then you need to budget, right? You need to budget. So if for instance, when I was going to apply to University of Cincinnati, I had to pay for application fee, right? So all these things are very important. If you don't plan out, how many schools do I want to apply to? Okay, fine, I want to apply to 5 schools. If every school is charging, let's say $30, $60, $70 for the application fee, you need to plan, okay, the most I can pay for an application fee is $40. I'm not willing to go beyond $40, right? So if you have your plan, if you have, okay, this is how much I want to spend for each school. So for instance, if we have what's it called, let's say you have a rough sheet, right? Then you say, this is recent. So you say for, let's call it grad school, right? So you call it grad school, and then you say, this is my reason why I want to go to this school. So why you want to go to this school, or why you want that course. Then you go on to the schools that the number of schools that you want to apply to. Then you go on to how much you're willing to spend on each school, and you need to prioritize based on what you're looking for. And maybe you should just what's it called, I'll add a link to my previous video so that you can watch it. Also, my friend has done an extensive video on how to apply to graduate school, so that you can see like other steps that you can employ. And then, so if you plan that you are going to apply to 5 schools, you'd say that, okay, the most I want to pay for every school is like $40. So then you multiply 40 by 5, then you are getting a total 4, 5, 20, that's like $200, right? So you have $200 for the school that you're applying to. Then ultimately, when you finally get the school, you now have to pay for like the service fee that I told you about, the US visa application fee, and a few payments that you need to do here and there, taking your photos and all of that. You need to plan that out so that you know the money that you are willing to spend, and maybe if you still have to work to make some more money, so that you can, have like your grad school account that you are saving towards. It's super helpful because it's not easy to have people help you. So you need to, put yourself together, work as hard as you can, make some money, save up for grad school so that you can, prepare yourself. Just have your plan, have a serious plan. Like, don't just do whatever. And the next thing is, don't focus on coming to school in America. There are so many schools, there are so many places you can go to school. You can get much better offer in other countries. Some countries have so much to offer, yet because the focus is so much on America, other people are the other countries are not getting as many students. So if you feel like, for instance, you are so interested in learning French, it will be good for you to do your masters in a francophone country. That way you are doubling on acquiring your masters and also learning the language that you want to learn. Like, don't focus so much on America. Like, I can't overstate that. America is good. I'm not saying don't come. Please don't come at me, okay? And then be patient. Like, I can't. Okay, I've said this word so much. you need to be patient, because when you start applying to the school, you start sending emails to the school, asking them, can I get a waiver, asking them about scholarship opportunities, asking them about, things that you are not clear about. Sometimes they might not respond immediately, and then it can make you flustered because they're like, I'm talking to you, so you respond already. But then, like, you need to be patient, because they are also in school, they are working, having to deal with so many students, and then you're also sending in your email inquiring about a thing or two. They might not be able to respond as fast as you want, so you need to be patient. And you need to, like, also be very patient about the application procedure. That is for people who have already applied and they are waiting for their visa day. You need to be very patient. Like, it can be overwhelming, so please, guys, prepare. Be zen, okay? Be zen, okay? And then last but not the least, I'm never going to have a talk without bringing in the God factor. So whatever your faith is, you need to trust God. You need to leave everything to Him. We control the things that we can, and we let go of the things that we have no control over. All the way through, pray to God, ask for guidance, ask Him to make things easy for you, ask Him to guide your decision of the school that you want to go to, of the course that you want to do, like every little detail. Like, I tell you guys, He listens. Like, so I'm speaking to the people who have, like, a belief in God, okay? So please, please, please do have, like, your firm belief in God. Tell Him what you want, tell Him how you want it, and inshallah, biiznillah, things will happen the way you want. But please also understand that you might not always get it on your first try. You might not always have things go the way you want, but you always trust Him and you keep pushing. I know people who have applied to so many schools, hard work, and then eventually they got it. Some people will try it for the first time and then they get it. Our tests are different, so don't be too hard on yourself. Till I see you again, I'm going to share two of my friends' links down below. Check them out, watch their videos. They are going to share with you some schools that you can apply to and be good. Till I see you again, Assalamu alaikum.